It's exactly 1 year since Elon Musk bought Twitter, now known as X, and the social media company has rapidly changed since he took over. The company now employs thousands fewer people, but he says he wants his remaining staff to think big about the future. Our North America technology reporter James Clayton has the latest.
A year ago, Elon Musk infamously walked into Twitter holding a sink. Let that sink in, he quipped, before firing huge swathes of its staff.
30 seconds left, 35 seconds. Everybody here, we're all about to get fired.
It was emblematic of his erratic leadership. He slept in the office, changed Twitter's name to X, talked about fighting Mark Zuckerberg, who launched a rival to Twitter called Threads over the summer. I got a taste of that unpredictability when I messaged him to ask him for an interview 6 months ago. A few hours later, he was telling me he'd appointed his dog to run Twitter.
I'm not the CEO of Twitter, my dog is the CEO of Twitter.
Okay, but although some have left the platform, it has been remarkably resilient. A year on, X, formerly known as Twitter, still exists. Threads, Mark Zuckerberg's rival, has not been the Twitter killer that some have touted it to be. But it still has major problems. Despite what Elon Musk says, independent analysts say that Twitter's user numbers are falling.
X has put out different numbers saying that things are going great, and that there must be something going on that we're not seeing. But basically everything is down on a year-over-year basis.
Advertisers have also shunned the platform, and the EU has criticised it for high levels of disinformation. He hired former advertising exec Linda Yaccarino over the summer to try to bring them back.
Many of you in this room know me, and you know I pride myself on my work ethic, but buddy, I met my match.
But some investors say advertisers won't come back until the platform is better moderated.
I think that Twitter's dying. I think it's just dying right now. And I don't think Twitter users like me want it to die because it's become such a valuable resource for me. But it's dying. So I don't care what Elon says. It doesn't matter what he says. There's a reality and there's a fantasy.
The fantasy that Ross Gerber is referring to is Mr. Musk's big dreams for X. This is what he told me he wants X to become.
Twitter is an accelerant to X.
What does that mean? What does it mean?
Well, I guess you'll have to stay tuned to find out.
Come on.
We now know a little bit more. He wants X to do streaming games, video calls, banking, you name it. The everything app.
That was embarrassing, almost died.
But ultimately, X still gets the vast majority of its revenue through advertising. If it's going to survive in the short term at least, it needs to bring them back. James Clayton, BBC News, San Francisco.